growing up, if I was to point out one of the songs from France that my mother played, because my mother played a lot of French music for some reason when I was growing up, and when I asked her why, she said, I don't know, I'm just seem to be drawn to it. And one of the songs and one of the artists she introduced to me and around early 80s was Françoise Hardy. And the song Voila brings back many memories of my mother trying in vain to sing something in French. She says, I don't understand a word she says, but I love her voice and I love her music. And I've read the book in English about her life, and she's an interesting woman. Also, when it comes to herself, she was known for the artist herself, she was known for her shyness, disattachment with celebrity life, and she was married to singer-songwriter Jacques Dutronc. In 1981, their son Thomas also became a musician. Now, between the three of them, they remained aloof from the celebrity life, but at the same time, she released, believe it or not, 30 studio albums. She was born Françoise Madeleine Hardy, a French singer and songwriter known for her melancholic, sentimental ballads. In other words, the way that she sings is almost talking to you in a deep voice, whispering voice. And a lot of people have said in France, and a lot of comments over the years, that that's disappeared. And France is competing hard in the music industry and losing its originality by trying to be more like other countries. Whatever that entails, I don't know. I just go back to my memories of my mother with this particular artist. And I remember, I cannot remember the book that she was reading, but I know it was an autobiography of the woman herself. Now, she, in the early 60s, was a leading figure, not just in music, but she also became a cultural icon in France and internationally for her fashion choices. So that's the summary of the artist that you're going to hear now. And this song is Voila. And I will give you a very, very brief, and I'm talking not even a couple of minutes, rundown of what the song was about. It is about unrequited love and the desire for someone who doesn't feel the same way. And she's looking at the people around her but finds nothing of interest. Then she turns her attention to the person she loves, who doesn't reciprocate her feelings. Now, that is mentioned, funnily enough, in the biography that my mother was reading about when she married. So is it about her husband? Who knows? The singer herself is stuck in a cycle of being with other people, but still being in love with this person from afar. And she's frustrated with the situation and wishes that she could express her love for this person, but she cannot. Come back for more and I'll tell you what Voila means and the breakdown of the lyrics. Enjoy. One of my mother's favourite artists and one of my favourite songs from that particular artist's repertoire and playlist.
Je regarde les autres, pourtant je ne leur trouve rien. C'est comme ça. Voilà, je vais avec les autres. Le temps passe plus mal que bien. Comme ça. Et toi, que fais-tu? Es-tu content de tout? Je suis là devant toi, toujours la même. Oh, pourquoi est-ce encore toi que j'aime, que j'aime, que j'aime, que j'aime? je t'aime, je t'aime. Voilà, je m'en retourne aux autres qui m'aiment et que je n'aime pas. C'est comme ça. Et toi, va retrouver cet autre. Tu l'aimes ou c'est ce que tu crois. C'est comme ça. Voilà. On n'a rien, rien de plus à se dire. Je suis là devant toi, toujours la même. Tu le vois, c'est encore toi que j'aime, que j'aime, que j'aime, que j'aime. Tu t'en vas et plus rien ne vaut la peine. Oh pourquoi ne puis-je pas crier je t'aime, je t'aime, je t'aime.
Wasn't that epic? Wouldn't we love to go back to a time where singers could sing just like that? Even in the research, and I was reading about her whispery voice, and she proved that she had great strong vocals. The great thing about her is I just remembered the name of the book, and the name of the book is called The Despair of Monkeys and Other Trifles. Now, it was updated by Françoise Hardy recently in 2018, because I've just looked that up while yous were all enjoying the song. And it says here it's best known for Europe for originating the famed Yee Yee sound in pop music, which began a cultural scene in the early 1960s. But I won't say any more than that. If you're enticed to read it, it's called The Despair of Monkeys and Other Trifles. So you get it all here. Now, the lyrics itself, short and sweet, as I said. So the chorus repeats the singer's frustration. Basically, this is what it's about. And the inability to express her love for the person she's in love with. Well, it comes down to her anxiety, because she was well known and famed for her continuous stress throughout her career. And I'm glad it didn't turn to, when people are very stressed in the music industry, they have a lot of eating disorders. And I recently uploaded a song from the Carpenters, and that struck me hard, about Karen's beautiful voice. And when she died at 32, so young, it just hit me hard. And I'm glad that Françoise never got to that point. She was helped. But here it's the constant same place in the song, voila, and it's still in love with this person while they remain, the other person, unchanged. Now the second verse, it continues with people who love her. That's the group of people supporting her, probably saying, well, I think stupid things like, it's gonna happen, don't you worry, they'll realize you love them and they'll love you too. Yawny yawn yawn for me. But that's what people tend to say around when you say, I love this person but they don't love me. Well, my advice is a bit blunt. It's like, well, you've got 2 feet, you walk away from the situation and you move on to the next. But here in the chorus, and we won't be hard because I love the artist and I don't want to offend sensitive fans, but whom she does not return the love, she's sad. She encourages the person she loves to be with somebody else, so she wishes it. If it's not me, I hope you can be with somebody else. Well, Françoise, you ended up marrying the man of your dreams and you had a great son who both artists are a credit to yourself. Music running through all 3 of you. And then it's about herself here, the fact that there's nothing more to say to this person. Well, really, if a person doesn't love you, I know some people find it a bitter sweet pill, and they kind of say to themselves, no, I'll keep pursuing it, Well, it's like going into the big black hole of abyss, and mentally you become drained, and then you become a different person. It's not worth it. Keep the door open. That's my advice. And something will happen. If you're positive, positivity attracts. And overall, for me, it's a melancholic song, beautifully sung by the artist herself, expresses that pain of unrequited love and the difficulty of letting go. Sometimes you just have to. Of somebody who doesn't feel the same way. Now, I'm sure there's lots of you out there, even over the Christmas period, thinking, oh, I celebrated it on my own. And they never rung, and they never. But most of it, and 80% of it, is fantasy in your head. The reality steps in when you realise after Christmas, after certain events of the year, you don't really need them, do you? Thanks for listening. Don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. And I'll think of another song that I can play from Françoise Hardy. But it's just with Christmas, 6th of January being my mother's birthday. I always think of my mother, and I thought of this particular song. So I do hope you've enjoyed it. And a bit of bio about her too. Take care.